You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Well, every now and then you get somebody involved with the media or an ex-NFL player or ex-athlete that will actually come out and break leftist narratives. Now, this isn't the first time Marcellus Wiley has done this. Now, in case that name rings a bell or sounds familiar, he is a former defensive end in the NFL. He played for the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. Had a good, solid, long career. And then went on to ESPN and then went on to Fox Sports on Speak for Yourself, where Jason Whitlock was on for a long, long time. Well, in case you don't know, I'll just throw this out there. A lot of people may not know. Marcellus Wiley actually grew up in Compton, California. You want to talk about breaking narratives? He's come out in the past and said nobody's holding you back. You got to work for what you want. Oh, hell. And that did piss a lot on the left off, as you can imagine. Well, now he's come out and he's broken away from standard operating leftist procedure when it comes to any kind of a school shooting, any kind of shooting that happens in this country. And as we've seen with the Democrats, they have gone after the guns already. They're coming after because of the Michigan State thing. I said the other day, when are we going to get around to taking a look at the people that are actually pulling the triggers? Guns, once again, don't pull their own triggers. Responsible people don't do things like what happened in Michigan. So Marcellus Wiley has come out and made some comments about that, and he says flat out, how about you quit blaming the gun here? Yeah, makes a lot of sense, Marcellus. This is Outkick. Former NFL defensive end and now sportscaster Marcellus Wiley has shared his thoughts about the tragic Michigan shooting, and his reaction doesn't exactly align with the message many in the media collectively share. Wiley understands that far too many mass shootings take place in the United States. To be clear, one mass shooting is one too many, but instead of immediately blaming the gun, Wiley is urging people to start looking at the individual pulling the trigger. Amen. Quote, we've got to stop blaming the gun, start looking at the humans and the individuals who are now responsible with those guns. Unfortunately, incidents like today at Michigan State and the irresponsible with those guns. And he does have a video here. Let's play it.
To stop blaming the gun and start looking at the humans and the individuals who are now responsible with those guns. And unfortunately, like incidents like today, irresponsible with those guns. Someone told me this once. They say, we blame guns in our country more than anything. But if you think about it, you put a gun on a table, it does nothing. It needs a human being to activate. It needs a human being to be that weapon of destruction. Ban all the guns, and then guess what? That will make safer schools, safer streets, safer communities. I don't think it would. You know why? Because if you ban all the guns, only the bad guys are going to get the access to the guns, right? Because the bad guys are not going to follow the law. So let's all take a look within. Let's all take a look around, and let's try to be sensible about this and make sure that we are putting the responsibility on the human beings and not just the object.
There we go. And he's absolutely right. The fact is, if you go out there and you ban all the guns, and guess what? The law-abiding citizens are now the vulnerable ones. And we know that. Smart people realize that. While Wiley's opinion is going to trigger plenty of folks out there, especially those at ESPN, his former employer, he's not the only American who shares the same opinion. Boy, I tell you what, ESPN had some really great talent at one time. There was a time that he was there. Mike Golick Sr. was still there. Trey Wingo. A lot of people that were reasonable in sports and could give reasonable sports takes. Now it's just a bunch of woke assholes that have lost their ever-loving minds. He's right. And you got to look at mental health, see what's going on there. But you're going to leave everybody else open to the criminals because, look, the criminals don't give a rat's ass about your guns being outlawed. They don't care about that because Well, they're outlaws to begin with, right? They're not gonna obtain the guns through legal means in most cases anyway. You get the point here. Very smart, very lucid take, a very responsible take from a former NFL player. Marcellus needs to be back on a network. I don't understand what's going on here. Outkick. What you doing? Get after some Marcellus Wiley. He would be a valuable, powerful piece of your puzzle over there, or one of these outlets. He's got a lot of sensible takes, and the guy knows football inside and out. He was a solid player. Go look up his career stats. Played on defense most of the years with the Buffalo Bills. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Marcellus Wiley offering up another take. The wokes won't like his take at all. They'll be furious. Biden is already out there virtue signaling about gun control. And every time this kind of a tragic thing happens, it comes back to ban the guns. Now, Second Amendment is a thing. Second Amendment's not going away. Second Amendment, we're not just turning them over either. We're not, okay? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.